Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you guys so much for joining us. We got the man, Fishal Simms, in the building.
What up, you guys? What up? What
He's
up?
back.
I'm back, y'all. I had to make another appearance to my guy. How
And
you
he's
doing,
got he's got
fam?
his chains on,
Man,
and I got one. I
oh,
got one
stop.
on.
Official change, man. How you doing?
Good, man. So what's up?
Man, life is up. We got what? Voting's coming up. All
Elections,
that other stuff. We got Diddy in jail.
postseason, Diddy.
Yeah, there's just way too much stuff going on. But what, the Dodgers? We got the Dodgers.
The Dodgers, they just lost yesterday.
I know, but I mean, at least we beat the Padres a few days ago. At least we made it to the next round. Like,
Well, it's 1-1. It's
Yeah.
1-1. So,
But yeah, just getting stuff ready for the holidays. I know we touched on it last time, but yeah, just really locking in music, content, getting back on social media, stuff like that.
speaking of social media, where can everyone find you at?
You guys can @, me on all platforms at Fishal Simms, just regular official, and then SIMMS. And then my music platform is Fishal Simms with a F, so FISHAL Sims. Yeah.
And he's got some stuff right here.
Yeah, I threw him a couple album stickers. There's
What
some
is this?
limited deluxe album stickers, and
Look
then
at
one's
this.
for my creation company. But excuse me.
Look at this. This is crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be pumping out a lot of crazy product. I a little bit of derailment last year, but been working.
Yeah.
Been grinding.
Yeah, you had a tough last 12 months?
Yeah, I would say so. A little bit longer than that, just because
Yeah.
the order of operations. But we back.
Yeah,
We
man.
good.
No, I mean, it's tough what you went through, but you know, the good thing is that you took the time that you needed,
Yeah.
and any time that you're gonna need, you're taking it, and you're coming back at your pace. You're not
Hmm.
letting the rap game decide when you're coming back. You're not
Yeah.
letting anything tell you when you got to come back. You're coming back on your terms.
I think that's the best thing too about being an entrepreneur is just once you make the decision to like, all right, this is the lifestyle that I'm gonna live, and this is the decision I'm gonna make to like be my own boss. You understand that
Yeah.
comes with it's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
It's ups and downs, probably more downs than ups in
Yeah.
terms of like the
Especially in
growth
the
process.
beginning.
Yeah, especially at the beginning. I think people like breeze over that like it's nothing, but learning to embrace it, learning to accept there's like a lot of things outside of your control. Everything. There's a lot of things that happen outside of your control. I'm
Almost
not gonna say
everything.
but
Almost
yeah, like a lot.
everything.
Yeah, like so.
And the things you do have control over, honestly, do
Mm-hmm.
you really have control over them? It's like God's purpose is big, and then He gives it to you and lets you do what you're gonna do with it.
Yeah, and following your intuition is half the battle because I think second guessing is natural. But
Yeah.
yeah, with everything that's happened, I think giving myself time to heal and finding joy in like doing things again, finding purpose. Because like if having a child, and that's a pretty big reason and motivation to do things,
Absolutely.
right? And then like planning things, and then obviously losing all that, it kind of throws things off a little. So just reestablishing what my plans are going to be, getting another place where I'm going to put my next studio.
You sold your house
Yeah,
with
I
your
know.
studio.
I know, man.
Your own little
I
spot.
know.
Your spot was really nice too.
I know.
I
man.
vaguely remember it.
Yeah. Bro, I'm really, oh my bad.
No, you're good.
I'm not gonna lie, that's like 72% of my depression right now. I'm just throwing out a number.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
like on those tough mornings when I'm like, fuck, like I can't wake up and do what I want to do. Cause I used to, for 3 years straight, I literally woke up, I slept like once every 2 days, and I would just record for like, I swear to God, you can ask anybody. I did it for 3 years straight, trying to like make up time in my head.
Right.
Even though that's just a race against yourself.
Yeah.
But
But that's true. You did say you barely started the whole.
yeah, like professionally, I think if you grew up in the 90s, like the early 90s, I think we still didn't really have like that, like you can do anything. You can be anything you want to be. Like we
Right,
understood
right.
that was a thing, but like your parents weren't letting you be a rapper. Your parents weren't letting you be
Yeah.
a musician. Like your parents weren't letting you be a model.
It was
Your parents weren't
just go
letting
get a
you be-
job, 9 to
Yeah.
5.
And then entrepreneurship started to pick up and gain some traction, I would say, like what, in early 2000s.
Probably when the Google and all that started popping up.
Well, I got my degree in business management and entrepreneurship at Arizona State, and I was the first.
So you smart.
I'm a little smart, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
half Chinese. You know what I mean? So, but I got my
Okay.
degree, and that was the first year that they offered it. So it's
Wow.
like I was like, I feel like I was part of the new wave of entrepreneurship, and then
100%.
I kind of get I regret it a little bit because I went into the corporate world right after after I graduated,
That's the killer, man. Corporate world
and I
kills.
made great money, but it's like I didn't have time to really like use anything I learned in school, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
You know,
100%.
I was just a robot and they ran me like a treadmill. Pause.
Yeah.
Um, but it's a lot of good life lessons, and ultimately, like those lessons and everything like that taught me that money isn't everything. You can do things to make other people happy, your parents, your partner, whatever it is. But if you died tomorrow knowing that you didn't achieve or try or even like give one bit of effort in trying to accomplish your dreams, like
Yeah.
that happened to me because like I had a heart attack. So,
You're so young and in such good shape. Like, how
bro,
did you have a heart attack?
stress will kill you guys. I had a minor heart attack when I was like 25 or 26. Yeah, 26. 26. It was like right after my divorce.
So everything put together.
Yeah, it was just a lot. It was like around Christmas. It was on the 22nd of December in 2017.
Yeah.
And yeah, like my ex-wife was moving out, her parents came. It was a lot going on, and I couldn't handle it, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and then that's when I realized like I didn't even like I've been always wanting to start my own brand and try, do music and like really indulge in those crafts and like creativity and things
You're
like that.
doing it, dude.
So I had that all on the back burner at the
Mm-hmm.
time, and like a couple of days after I got back from the doctor's, the checkup and everything, I like walked into my extra room in my townhouse, and it was just all the stuff that like I was dreaming of trying to do, but didn't have time because I was at the corporate job, and I was like, something's got to change. You know what I'm saying? So I decided to do music. Yeah, a little bit late, but I messed with it for fun for so long. Just didn't think it was possible to like,
Yeah.
then they came out with all these other platforms that allow you to get your music out. So like times have just changed, man.
I had friends that were on SoundCloud doing all kinds of stuff. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Maybe I should start a SoundCloud, but I'm not a rapper. I'm
No,
not
but
a
see, you
singer.
can literally put your podcast on SoundCloud.
Oh, really? I didn't know you could do that.
Why not? Let them
Yeah.
tell you no,
Yeah.
right? Let them tell you no. Like,
Yeah.
if at
Hey,
the
this
end,
guy gave me permission.
yeah, at the end of the day, like, I think, what is it? I'd rather beg for forgiveness than ask for permission.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I'd rather beg for forgiveness than ask for permission. So, I mean, yeah, man, it's great to see you doing this podcast thing because I remember the first time we did one when I still had the house.
Yeah.
Um,
That was wild, by the way.
it was like set up a little differently. It wasn't as official, but it was still dope. It was still official, but now it's official. So,
Well, we still got a long way to go, man. But since the last time that we had the podcast to this time, what we've upgraded was mics.
yeah,
Last time we were running on 2 mics,
okay.
and we were trying to
Oh, and it
share
was like passing it
passing
around,
the mic,
yeah.
which
It still
we
worked,
have
but-
we have 4 now,
Mhm.
but to have 4 people in here would be difficult for me, just because the camera setup. So the good thing about the setup that I have is that if I were to bring in like my iPhone, I could use that as an additional camera.
Oh, for real?
Your iPhone, we can use that as an additional camera. You know what I mean? So right now I have 3. It's perfect for 2 people.
So how many cameras can you link up total? Like if
A
you
bunch, probably like 10. So
Damn.
that's something to think of too. You know what I mean? But what
He's a spy.
what we've encountered is that it's kind of a finicky app. Not
Yeah.
not necessarily finicky, but if you're not, I guess, 100% on this, it can glitch or whatever. So
Technology, man. People
we're working the kinks out.
people underestimate technology. There's so many little hiccups in it, I think.
Yeah,
But that's dope.
But
That's
yeah,
dope.
but these cameras are cool, man, because it's just you turn them on, you have an app that you can touch what screen is recording.
Mm-hmm.
So once this is all done, it will go to my phone, and then the video's done. And then all I have to do is link the audio to the video, and it's done.
It
Then you can
just-
just break
yeah.
it up into pieces, and you're done. So
I think the dope part is the camera selection thing. That thing's fire.
yeah, and it's all on the little app. You know what I mean?
I gotta-
Touch of a finger.
I gotta have you help me set it up because my buddy and I just started streaming on Whatnot.
Yeah.
And we're doing some sales, and we have our own little like collectible store and everything like that. We've been killing it too, but we want to take it to the next level as far as in his back house with the streaming and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So
This is it, dude.
yeah,
For you spent $1,000 on the cameras. I think it was 1,000.
but we almost did 1,000 our last show.
See what I'm saying? But look, the nice thing was is that the other day when I was testing it, I had one on my mom. She was cooking. One on the where she was prepping food. I had one on the video, the football game.
Oh,
So it was bouncing around all 3 cameras. on its own because there's an auto director as well.
Yeah.
So it'll tell you which two do you want to play. These are gonna be the ones that are on most, and then it'll go to this one periodically. But dude, it's perfect because while you guys are just doing your thing, you just set up the cameras, record to a phone, and leave it. And
See,
then
that's fire too. If you're having like an event or if you're doing something just
yes,
nonchalant and you
the
don't
whole
need
thing.
the.
Yeah, it's not like
That's fire.
you don't need a director. You know, right now we have a director that's touching the buttons. But
That'd be a fire music video idea.
What?
Just like have it just flip through cameras and have like the like
Just
different.
just going, just
Yeah,
just
like and
running
then
it.
you just be like in every single room with the camera.
And the cool
flips,
thing is,
know,
you
the
see the
camera-
red light on the camera. That's how you know which one's recording.
Yeah, I see it. I see it. Yeah, no, that's fire. I gotta get this set up. What
How
do
do
you
you,
say?
how do you say this drink?
What is that? Cayman Jack? Is that what? Turn it over. Turn it this way more. Yeah, Cayman Jack.
I had to ask the smart guy.
Cayman Jack.
Hey, Cayman Jack, you
shoot
wanna-
the sponsor?
You want to send us some money for this?
Yeah, shoot the sponsor.
Put you on our right here.
It's better than some other brands I may or may not be sipping.
So
But
you're back. You're gonna be going 120 miles an hour.
yeah,
I remember you were saying last time is that your main focus is not. It's not what are we doing for Halloween? What are we doing? It's let me get to work.
yeah, and it's like, don't get me wrong. There's always a time for like family and stuff.
Sure,
Like I'm
yeah.
sure that there's gonna be some stuff that I do for the holidays, just light. But in between that and included within that is gonna be work. Like if
Yeah.
I could get some content done and then, get some recording, some editing. I have like I said, there's like 8 music videos that I'm working on that are like that have been shot. I just need to edit them and go back. They've been shot so long ago that now I feel a little bit differently about certain things. So part of me is
Ain't that
like,
funny?
part of me wants
That
to say
works.
like fuck it and just like still just let it be, and
Yeah.
because it still symbolizes something of that times, which is like dope to me.
Yeah, and something at that time back in the days.
Yeah, so like I still like the artistry part, and I can appreciate the craft and the creativity part, but times have changed, visuals have changed, you
Right.
know, like part of the editing things have, stylistically the game has changed. So I just wanted to revisit a couple things and just like take my time, because if you worked on something for 3 years, you'd want it to be as perfect as possible when you let go of it, right?
Right.
Because once I let it go, I'm not gonna. There's no going back. That's
Yeah.
what I learned about my last project, and that's why I did a deluxe version, because it's like there was so much I wanted to do differently just to that project by itself. So I like went ahead and just added 3 more songs and did a couple of different tweaks, but you just take your life lessons that you learn and then you just keep living. That's a lot of L's, but not that's good L's. Good L's. You
Speaking
hear
of
that?
L's, speaking of L's,
Take life's lessons.
Dodgers
Learn,
they
live.
took a L yesterday. They got spanked actually, but the day before that they spanked. They spanked who they playing?
Man, they're playing the Mets.
The Mets.
Right, they're
yeah.
playing the Mets.
So it's 1-1 right now. They're on their way to go play at the Mets
This
Stadium.
Jamaica is fire, by the way.
The mic is good, man. I made this.
You made it?
Mhm.
Oh, I thought someone else made it.
I always say I make everything.
Oh, so he a bluff.
You know.
No, but I feel you. Yeah, and then I know that I don't know if you guys didn't get it last time. My next project is going to be called Artificial Intelligence.
Break that down, because there's a little bit of decoding that needs to happen with that one.
Yeah, so like my music name is Fishal Simms.
But didn't you say it has to be different on SoundCloud because they won't let you say certain words?
Well, no, they won't let me use official. So iTunes doesn't let anybody use official in their name, like the actual word official.
Okay.
So that was always like my official. Sims official was always like my username and stuff before
Yeah.
I did music.
Okay.
So when I started doing music, it's funny, kind of like it's a funny backstory, because my dad always loved to fish, and like my mom always loved to do music, and then there was a period of time after like I was going through the emotional roller coaster. Like I found solace in like going out and fishing.
Yeah.
So like I was fishing and working on music, like writing rhymes and journaling, and I would visit my dad at the cemetery every day. I would journal like my plan, and then I would go fishing, and just really like I took a good amount of time after like the heart attack and
Yeah.
like leaving the corporate world and really just recalibrating, like, do I want to go back to do this or not? And anyways, so long story short, Fishal came out because it's like official but without the O. Like it's just
Yeah.
fish, like Fishal. So it's like, and then my logo, I had my buddy, shout out to HiTunes. He's a dope ass designer and creator. He's an artist, like a drawing artist and everything like that. And he has his own podcast too. But he made me a logo, with a fish. So it's like Fishal Simms. It just kind of like worked out. It just like fell into place, and I just ran with it. So that's how.
Fish.
Yeah, fish. So, and then as far as like the album name, I think everybody knows with artificial intelligence is pretty like AI is pretty.
Yeah.
That's all that's going on right now. So I think it's just fitting for the time. It's really like a cool play on words, and yeah, it's gonna be something dope. Cause I don't know if I'm gonna make it a one fat album or like a 4-part project. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
With like collectible shit, and
So, on your last,
I'm working with like Sony and it's just like there's a lot
dang,
going on with
okay.
it. Yeah, so it's just trying to make and achieve all like tick all the boxes. You know what I mean? Go through everything.
So when you switched it to Fishal Simms,
hmm Well, I never really switched. That's just what the music started as. Cause like I couldn't use official Sims.
yeah.
They just
So
wouldn't let
on
me.
like SoundCloud and
Official.
Apple, it's
It's
Fishal
official
Simms.
Sims. Yeah, but on Instagram, my personal one is official Sims.
But then your next album, the one that you're
Artificial intelligence.
is art.
Art.
So ART
Like art.
Okay.
Like art
Yeah.
of
of
official
Fishal
intelligence.
intelligence.
Yeah.
And that all
shit
together,
fire,
if you jam
right?
it up, it's just artificial intelligence.
Artificial. It's just
That's
perfect.
cool.
And that's why you just gotta like trust in your path, because like I think everything will just play out. Like
Yeah.
there's no coincidences. So I think it's like perfect timing. I have like 300 songs. Okay, that's a little exaggerated. I got like more than 300, but not all of them.
Ready
I have
to
like
go.
200 and some change. That of those, there's like a good couple handfuls where I'm like I really want to put a lot of work and effort into these. You know what I mean? Like take my
Yeah.
time and make them as
Yeah.
perfect as possible, because unanimously, like everybody that's heard them says they're hits and stuff like that. So that's what landed me. Like I'm talking to my buddy Brandon with IMA, and like I said, he has distribution with Sony and stuff like that. So we're working up some meetings, and I just want to finish this year strong, because time flies fucking fast.
Dude, it's already
It's
October.
like over, yo. Like my birthday's in like 2 weeks, and I'm like, I don't like to celebrate my birthday if I don't achieve my yearly goals.
And you said you're not going to do anything for your birthday.
That's what I'm saying. Like last year, I didn't achieve my yearly goals either, because I was busy going through some other shit. So
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know. I think it's just
But you said you're not going to do anything for your birthday.
no. If anything, like I just really want to record. Like I genuinely, there's so much recording that I need to make up for, because like I've been living with my brother, and then the studio. There's no studio there. I have my computer and mic and stuff, but anybody who records knows that like it's more of an environment thing. Well, half the time it's an environment battle. You know what I mean?
Dude, you can't do that in
Like you can't just like my brother's, studying for his mortgage and real estate upstairs, and I'm just
Yeah.
like downstairs, paper thin walls, like by
Yeah.
myself in this. It's just and then my girl got her like tattoo set up there, so it's just like it's not optimal for me, because I'm so used to having my space. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there is a little bit of adjustment. That's why I kind of focused on just editing, creating, and like getting like loose with different ideas and future plans to just add into the equation, because the main goal hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The goal hasn't changed, and
No.
you're doing a ton of stuff in the background, like all the artwork. You got music that you already have that you've been working on for years.
Yeah.
So it's just, I feel like these next 12 months for you, because you're getting over the passing of your baby, you're getting over a lot of really difficult things.
Yeah.
Now you have a whole new focus, a whole new drive, a whole new motivation to get up.
Yeah.
And when, like you said, when you had the news of like we're expecting a baby, it's like, okay, shift. Everything's got to shift. Maybe less studio time, less this, and more baby.
Right. That's why I sold the house, actually, was because to be closer to the baby.
Yeah.
So
And man, it's like that's the biggest nightmare, man. And
Yeah.
my heart goes out to you, like it really, really does.
No, I
And just to
appreciate
see
you,
you,
man.
even out and about and have a smile on your face is huge. And I know that's what your son would want for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
No,
I know-
thank you, man.
and I
Rest
know-
in peace, Koa.
Rest in peace, Koa, for reals. And I know that moving forward, everything that you're gonna do is gonna be with him in the background, and everything moving forward is gonna be him in the background. And I just feel like he's gonna push you to new limits, and you're just gonna take off like crazy. I think you're right there.
Yeah, and that's all I could pray for, because I think like everybody deals with loss in a different way, So
Yeah.
it's just that's all I can do is just try to stay positive and use it to like propel me. You know what I mean? So
Right.
And I appreciate you having me on the podcast because, like I said, I've been kind of in turtle mode for quite some time. I even deleted Instagram off my phone. So I'm about to get back on it. I told myself, give me like 6 months, just to figure out like how I want to reapproach using these tools. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it's not like it used to be. Social media is a nightmare. That shit just I hate social media. You know, it's it
It's
shouldn't be
good and
it shouldn't
bad.
be a job. It is good because I think that it like provides a lot of connection in the world, which is awesome. But it's like if you're not on social media, that doesn't mean you're dead. Like it doesn't mean that you don't
Yeah.
exist. You know,
Yeah.
like I think I don't know, like with music, I think people mess with your music for what you do outside of music,
Okay.
if
Okay.
that makes
Yeah.
sense,
Yeah. It
right?
does.
So it's like if you're about what you talk about in your music, like if you do what you're actually talking about, then they like your music more. Or if like, you're an entrepreneur or something like that, it's like the things you accomplish outside of music is why they may or may not like you as
Right.
an artist, amongst being a good artist. But
Hey, so I have a question.
yeah.
Your last album, what'd you talk about?
The last album was a lot about like the decision to going and making music, like the mentality that like I
You got a
adopted.
couple lyrics that you can
That,
you can tell us? I mean, you don't gotta sing it. You can just tell us the lyrics.
I have some funny ones. One of a lot of people's favorite song was "Shoot the Location" because I was rolling around with like no tags on my plates for a long time.
Yeah.
Like literally, I have an Evo and S2K, and they were registered in Arizona, but so I was like, shoot the location, you know what I'm saying? Bitch, be patient. Only fucking not dating. Like
Dang.
it was just like it was just like it was a lot of stuff going through my that period of time because I was getting a house, I was making the decision to make music, like I
Yeah.
was going through hating like I apologize, I don't mean to offend any women, but like I felt like I hated women for a period of time because I got done so wrong, right? So it was just like a period of time where like, most people talk about like getting girls and doing drugs
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
killing
Yeah.
people. It's like that wasn't my approach. Like my approach was like I'm trying to start a business. Like I graduated college. I'm educated. Like women I don't really have time for right now.
Right.
It was more of that like so and then like my favorite song on the project came out on the deluxe one called Stay Official because that song speaks that's like a representation of like who I am personally, but I didn't get it done in time for the first album, the first 7 songs. So I dropped it on the deluxe version. So that song has much better lyrics as far as like I think you guys will really really like it too. So
Man, I,
I
I
mean,
I just remember hearing that song. We were at the
which
LA
one?
Fitness. You were like, "Hey, play this song," and I put it on. I was like, "Oh, that guy sounds good." You're like, "That's me."
Which song was
I
it?
don't know. I don't know, but we're at the LA Fitness hooping, and you told me to put on a
It's
song.
probably Shoot the Location. I don't know, man. Yeah,
Probably
Shoot the
because you were like, "Hey, play
Location.
this song,"
Bitch, be
and then
patient.
then,
Only
then
fucking
just
not
like 2 seconds
dating.
later, Butch was like, "Yo, put on this song. Put on this song." And it was his jam, and his jam was good
No,
too.
yeah, Bush makes some hits. We have so much music. Like Bush and I already have another project already
Nice,
done.
nice, nice, nice.
Like it's been done for over a year.
Yeah,
Like when we went to it's just sitting on my computer. I'm like, and now he working. So it's like it's just a lot of timing things. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So my biggest thing is just trying to get my space back. I think everybody needs their space to some extent. Um,
You need a new house.
yeah, you saw how I functioned. Like it was just fun.
You had a full on studio.
Yeah,
Nice one too. It wasn't like no little
yeah. Like
in
it
a
was like
desk in the corner or
yeah,
nothing.
no, it was like the room, the closet was, and I had a
Everything.
screen in the closet. You can control it from the closet, and it definitely got the job done for sure. So just recreating that is what I'm trying to do. It's just so hard because it's
Yeah, it's
like
hard when you're
and I feel like I'm like spoiled. I feel bad because I get mad at myself because I'm like, man, you really want it, like do whatever it takes. So I'm
yeah.
finding other things to do to stay productive. So that's not an issue. But as far as the recording, it's like once I dare to ask any like huge artist who's had their own studio, and I want to know what their opinion would be like if they were forced to go into like a room. You know what I'm saying? Like I know Wayne did it. Like going to a hotel room, that's different. Like it's cool recording in hotel rooms and stuff because it's a different vibe. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
But it's like if you have a little office and like paper thin walls and like your brother's house and all your shit is all like it's like there's like still trash bags full of like my stuff like like in the
Yeah,
closet so I
yeah.
can move out. I don't want to like completely like unpack and stuff, so it's just not optimal, but it's not an excuse. So that's why there's a lot going on, like I said. Yeah.
What's up with the whip out there?
With the Porsche.
I seen you pull up in the Porsche. I was like, what?
No, man, that's another thing I got to get rid of. I bought that because it was gonna be the dad mobile. You
The
know what I
dad
mean?
mobile,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's like a lot of like I have a S2000. For all those who don't know, Honda S2000 is 2 seats, no back seats, barely a trunk, not efficient. You can't drive a child in it, and you can't
Yeah.
even get groceries in the bitch. So like, I rebuilt it, and I was gonna sell that, and then I have my Evo sitting in my mom's house. So I'm just like, I think I was debating getting a place in Vegas, to be honest with you.
Dang.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
That'd be cool though.
yeah, as far as it being the inner, like I know LA is dope, like but it's like my mom lives 40 minutes from LA, my brother lives 50 minutes from LA. So if I ever wanted to go to LA, I could just.
Yeah.
So I'm debating on getting something in Vegas because personally, I think Vegas is like the next place to make some money on a property.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know Arizona.
Prices are coming down in Vegas.
Excuse me. Yeah, and not just that, but you have to think about it. The next 10 years, Vegas is going to turn into something like they're talking about making Vegas where they do New Year's drop.
Oh,
I don't
really?
think that's going to happen for quite some time, but that is in the. I've heard that that's in the
They might
works.
as well do it
Because
there too.
well, the Sphere. They got the Sphere, so
Yeah.
like they could do some crazy shit for New Year's.
They got the Raiders Stadium now.
They're about to get a basketball team.
Who's the basketball team?
They're gonna get one.
The
LeBron's
A's?
talking. No, they're getting the baseball team too. They got the Orioles, right?
No, the A's.
The A's, excuse me. So they got the A's. The girls' team is winning championship. Their basketball team is killing. The WNBA team.
Yeah.
Raiders.
They got a hockey league
Raiders
already.
need to get better, man. Oh shoot, my bad. Raiders need to get better for sure, cause
Yeah.
God. But I'm not really a Raider fan. But I think Vegas is dope because, yeah, as far as like buying, if you're like in your 30s and you just want to like get something that you could like manage, it's young.
It's fun
It's
out there.
fun out there. Like, yeah, especially like I miss college. I'm pretty sure everybody who went to college and had a good time misses college.
Yeah.
So, yeah, would you move to Vegas? How much is a house? Like, how much? You're a real estate agent. Can you help me get a house in Vegas?
Yeah. Yes, I can. But I'll tell you what. There was houses in what's it called? It starts with the H. Harveston or
Henderson.
no? That's the city.
Oh.
But there's actually a community. Anyways, it's man, the houses were going for $700,000 in that community.
Already?
Nice ones. But there's communities you can still get houses at 500, 450. Decent, track homes, no backyard, all rock, everything. But dude, 10 years ago you can get that same. Well, they weren't built 10 years ago, but you can get a house for 290.
Bro.
Now everything's 400 minimum.
I'm afraid to look at the house that I was gonna get in Arizona because it was a 800. It was a custom built house. It was like 895 on like a 2 acre, like 1.6 acre lot, and with a back house and everything.
You don't know what to
6,000.
do with that much space.
I didn't, and that's what messed me up because like like the whole depression, divorce, like all that. Arizona's a community property state, just like Cali. I didn't sign a prenup. Like I thought I was gonna be with this woman forever. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
I'm like I had to get
Are
rid
you
of
a
the
simp?
house. No,
Ooh,
I
you
think I
are.
was raised right.
Oh, I like that. I like
Yeah,
that.
I think
That's
I was
a good
raised
comeback.
right because honestly,
That's the best comeback I've heard.
I'm quick to say some.
Toxic stuff.
I'm quick to really
Are
say
you
some
toxic?
offensive and disrespectful things, but it's only to people who display those things. Now, I'm very reasonable. Like if you want to have a conversation, and I'm understanding, you know what I'm saying, but. I think that, and I say it out of fun too. I think that once you get like to a certain age and you've gone through so much, it's like I don't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah.
I tell my girl all the time, like girls are dumb. Like, why are you being dumb? Like, stop acting dumb. And she's like, oh my god, I hate girls. I'm like, she said it, not me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there it is. Like, so I just
Are you toxic?
no. But
What
I
do you
can't.
give? What's your rate 1 to 10 toxic?
What do you mean by that? That's
Like,
that's a loaded
you
question.
know,
Like, what?
bro,
I'm
you
a Scorpio.
know.
I feel like literally.
What does that
everyone will be
mean?
Like, literally, that's what I'm saying. They say Scorpios
toxic.
are toxic. They say Scorpios are toxic. So I feel like
Alright,
it's a loaded
so
question.
how
I don't
toxic
think I'm
are
a-
you?
I don't think I'm toxic.
1 to 10. If we were to call your girl right now, we should call her.
She's tattooing.
If we were to call her and say, how toxic is this dude? What would she say?
I don't think she'd say I'm toxic at all. I swear to God. I think that she would tell you that, like, my perspective, like, personally, I think she would say great things.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I personally think she should say great
That
things.
means you probably have great things to say about her.
Yeah, I do. That's why I think it's, like, that's why I can say the fucked up things around her. Because she knows I'm only saying it in, like, I'm not saying it at her or towards her. I'm like speaking in like conditions.
So you laugh with her, not at her.
Yeah, like we laugh together at the facts. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like she'll tell me stories sometimes about like scenarios where she just interaction between women and men is just so different.
It is.
It's
It is.
completely different. Like girls overthink
Everything.
so much, you know. So she'll be like, "Oh, this person said
Sorry.
this. Like, you know, what do
No,
I?
sorry.
This person said this. Like, what do I say?" And I think it's adorable to an extent because
Yeah.
I'm like, it's funny up until it fucks with your like
Yeah.
sanity. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But yeah, we just I think that I'm not toxic, but like I'm a tough lover, like tough love, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not a cuddler, like I'm not a public display of affection type of person, and I think that it kills my girl a little bit on the inside. Like, she hates it, but
So when you go to bed at night, you don't like to cuddle?
nah, like I be putting a big old pillow in the middle, and like I got a bad back and she got a sore back from tattooing, so like I
Oh
be
man.
but there's times for it, but once
Yeah,
again,
yeah,
like I
yeah.
don't have my own place right now.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
for the past 9 months, when we do stay together, it's more like we're really not. It's
Guys
not like that.
respecting
Yeah,
the
it's
house.
not. Yeah, it's not like freaky mode. You know what I'm saying? No Diddy. It's not like crazy shit. But
Ooh.
yeah, it's just respecting the house. Plus, my brother's room's next door, so it's like
What did Eminem say? Something
what
about
real
he
freaking naughty.
he didn't leave out a D, did he?
Oh my God, did he?
What
Yeah,
was that lyric?
Eminem has some bars, yo. I cannot even. But it's just the way he says it. Like,
Yeah.
it's just the I like Eminem.
Yeah.
His artistry is fire. I fuck with his creative lens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I really do. I think that it's great, game changing. Is groundbreaking. He's done a lot of awesome things.
He's a genius.
But man, do I feel like I'm getting yelled at sometimes.
Yeah.
You know
Dude,
what I'm
the
saying?
first time I heard
But I fuck
Marshall
with him.
Mathers, I was selling sodas in Upland, downtown Upland. And there's this weird, now that I look back, this dude could have done whatever he wanted to me.
Oh yeah, hella multi-talented.
No. I'm talking about this weirdo in
I thought
Upland.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
That
Eminem.
no.
The
I was
first time you
selling
heard about
sodas,
it, yeah.
and then this guy that I kind of became friends with was like 40 years old, and he was an artist. He painted, but
Careful,
he was like
becomes friends with weirdos.
he was like living in somebody's basement or something. But anyways,
Yeah.
he was like, "Oh, come into my basement." And I'm like 12 years old. I'm like, "Okay, cool, like
Whoa.
cool,
Yeah.
by myself."
Yeah.
And
But you didn't think anything
I didn't,
of it.
I didn't
obviously.
know. I didn't
Yeah.
know. But now that I'm thinking back, I'm like, dude, that's stupid. But he was playing Marshall Mathers, and it was that whole like that lover scene one where it's like he's talking really weird and gay. It's like all super gay talk.
Really? I didn't
Yeah.
even know that he had a song like that.
Oh yeah, it's like I'm not sure. Have you heard of that
See,
one?
Eminem, I may not fuck with that song, but we'll see. I gotta hear it.
We'll have to put it on. But dude, it was weird. I was sitting down in this dude's like little basement thing, and I was like, this song is weird. But anyways, that guy was
Okay,
weird.
wait, but what happened with that scenario? Did you get up out the basement? Like,
Yeah.
How long did it take? Like, what happened?
No, I mean,
Are you okay?
maybe he was a good guy, but he never tried nothing. And I only
Okay,
remember going there once because I think I was like, that was weird. I'm not going over there anymore. But now that this is like the first time I thought about it, I was like, what the heck was I doing there?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the first time I heard of him, and I was like, dude, this song is nasty. It's talking like really gay. And
He had you over there. Were you by yourself with him?
Yeah, I was by myself.
What the?
Yeah, and he was like 40, and I was like 12. Yeah, but anyways, that was the past, and thank the Lord, nothing happened.
Yo, bro, we
but-
almost lost the homie.
Yeah, it could have
We
been
almost
R.I.P.
lost you, bro.
So
Thank you, Jesus, that you were. Oh my God,
yeah.
it's crazy. You can't trust people out there. There's some weird ass people.
No,
out there.
I don't know what I was doing in that dude's spot, and I don't know what happened, but thank God I got out of it. It's top of the ninth.
Oh my goodness.
Yankees are
I
up
haven't had no-
6-2.
I haven't had no weird, crazy scenario. Let me try to think. Like any crazy encounters. I've had some crazy encounters in college, like where I've seen.
We don't want to know all those.
No, yeah, like
things.
I've seen some shit. There's one funny scenario that. Well, I guess it's not. No, I'm not gonna say. No, we can't even talk about.
We don't
that.
want to hear
Yeah,
all
no.
those
There's been some weird shit though. Like college was a fun time.
crazy college
Um,
stories.
Yeah, nah. They're actually not as crazy as you would think. You know, I'm sure a lot of people have had crazier. I'll just put it that way.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
It's 2024.
Mm-hmm.
We're October. Literally 2 months left in the year.
Yeah.
What do you have
Okay.
slotted out for the rest of your goals for this year?
So
And that's a loaded question.
It is. It
So,
is.
take your time.
I have a few photo shoots scheduled and set up. I got another podcast set up and scheduled.
Is that the whatnot one?
No. That's every weekend. So like I do a show every weekend. And
Tell us
stream.
about it. Tell us about it.
Hey, shout out Whatnot and Culture Syndicate, my boy A Money. Make sure if you have a Whatnot, go follow Culture Syndicate and Official Family. So
What if you don't have a whatnot?
go follow Culture Syndicate and Official Family on Instagram.
Do they sign up with a certain name or?
Nah, when you can sign up and make your own username and everything like
No,
that.
but do they have to put your code on there?
No, I ain't even stressing. But you can definitely just just hash the / Culture Syndicate, and then it should give us the promo. Like I'm not even out there to get extra money from y'all like that, you know. But if
If
get
you're
on
signing
Whatnot,
up, might as well.
yeah, if you sign up,
Sign up with
sign
my boy.
up. Whatnot / Culture Syndicate will be whatnot.com. Common sense, come on, y'all. Whatnot.com / Culture Syndicate. And then you'll get $15 for free to our store as well. So
Boom.
I mean, that's just something.
Use it.
So that's something that I'm doing on the side because I think that I'm not doing that full time. Literally, that's just me and my best friend. We collect a lot of shit and have a lot of assets and like random things that are worth money.
Yeah.
But as you get older, you can't haul that shit everywhere with you. Like, and now that I moved and I don't have a house, it's like it's sitting. So I'm just like, in the meantime, I can recuperate some costs and, you know what I'm saying? Like, make that bag a little bit fatter so that I can get another crib because, the
So
down
right
payment
now-
and stuff like that.
So right now you
But-
guys are doing a weekly show, right?
Yeah, weekly shows on Whatnot. So go ahead and catch us there. I got, like I said, a couple photo shoots lined up. The main thing is finishing up the editing and the album cover and process and everything. I want to get a couple beats cleared that I've been working on, some old stuff that I'm trying to bring back. Shout out Wiz, that the Thrill of It song that he has.
Which one?
We are always running for the. I
Oh,
don't know how much I
yeah.
can sing without
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
you know how Wiz remixed it?
Okay.
But the original song came out a long time ago.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like I've listened to that song for years, but recently I heard it and I was like, I kind of want to I want to hop on something different because everybody right now is hopping on old beats, but I'm waiting to get this sample cleared so I can have my producer really, really mess up this beat and it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. Sade, Temptations vibes, like old
I want to
school
hear.
stuff. So
I want to hear the next one. I want to see the next one.
I can promise you right now, the next album you're not gonna hit next. Like every song is gonna be heat. And if it's not, shit, I retire. Like that's how confident I am. I promise you. Like because it's literally everything I've been doing, all the hours and like I don't think you guys understand. You know what I'm saying? Like it was literally a song a day, 4 or 5 hours of sleep. You know what I'm saying? But I learned to fall in love with the hustle and the grind. So I'm just trying to get back to that studio space. I might have to just use your studio and just bring the mic here when you're at work.
Boom. We can do that. We can definitely do that.
saying?
You know what I mean?
We could run that.
So no, I see the work that you've put in, and I've told you this before. Like there's people that have huge goals, huge aspirations, but they just don't do it. It's like, bro, put it on the calendar, write your top 10, 15, 20 goals, break them down to the month, break them down to the week, break them down to the day, and just a little bit at a time, man.
The Great Wall wasn't built in a night. You know what I'm saying? Like a brick a day towards your dreams is all it really takes too. Because I mean, who's gonna tell you that you're not doing it, right?
And 100%. And it's like if you don't understand like how compound works, like you do 1, 2, 3 things a day for 5 or 10 years.
Think about y'all credit card debt.
Man.
If you turn that, if you have your grind instead of credit card debt, like think about how your credit card debt just like, oh my God, how did this happen? If you just grind every day, you'll say the same thing about your credit.
You look back.
It's the same thing, yeah.
And
Like my
go,
computer doesn't even work because there's too much shit on it. I'm serious. I had to buy another computer because my Pro Tools and I produce my own music. So like as far as editing and mixing and mastering, and then I get it to one of my buddies sometimes, but 90% of the stuff was all me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I had to learn how to use Pro Tools. I had to learn how to EQ. I had to learn how to do everything. Luckily, I was gifted by God with like an ability to hear the music and to like half that was done, but it was the actual science and the actual utilization of the tools and the hardware that you have to use to make music, you know?
Yeah.
And then I spent like $4,000 or $5,000 on studio equipment, you know? So it's like, it just never ends, you know?
The point is that you just gotta get
you
to
gotta do
work,
it, yeah.
start chipping away.
And the worst thing to do is nothing, you know?
Absolutely.
The worst thing to do is nothing, because this is, for me, music is just not even half of what I'm trying to accomplish. Like, it's literally just like one of the things, because the biggest thing I'm working on is Chains Make Change, and that's a nonprofit organization that's like, the whole vision of that is geared towards like making the world a better place, which sounds cliche, but I got to a point in my life where I'm comfortable enough to say, it's like, if you're not trying to make the world a better place, the fuck are you doing?
Right.
Like, you don't have to do it on a big scale. Like, you don't have to like change the world, be Superman or Super Wonder Woman, but like,
I got something to say on that.
mm-hmm.
I absolutely believe in that, and the reason I believe in that is because, like, if you got a one of you
Mm-hmm.
every 10 blocks, there's a lot of people in 10 blocks. There's probably got to be at least 700 people.
Yeah.
So let's just say one of you every 1,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
From here to Mexico and from here to New York, there's a lot of yous.
Mm-hmm.
And if you impact a little bubble,
Mm-hmm.
and it could be as simple as opening that lady's car so she could put her groceries in the back. It could be buying a McDouble for the guy sitting outside that he's there every day. You know he's a real bum, or a real person that's struggling. Like, impact the people in your bubble. You don't have to go across the state or across the country to go help some people that need help. Like, there's people in your bubble. You go to the gas station, hey, you got $5 for gas? Sure. Who cares what he does with the money? You know what I mean? Like, if he goes and buys whatever, who cares? But you did your job. You helped out a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like,
And I think it's all about just like you said, it doesn't have to be a dramatic thing, but it's all about just tipping the scales in the positive favor. That's all. Like,
100%.
Like, we don't have to like, all change and this, that, and the third. But I do think like if we can all do more good than bad, we'll see it. It's gonna exponentially change the world for the better. And it's like, if people want to be able to pursue their dreams, and if people want to have jobs of their choice, and people want to have financial freedom, and if people want to have just a life and not working to live, but like live and work. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like in other countries you live and you work. You do both.
Right.
But here it's like we work so much just to try to like live a little bit of your life, and I think it's like fucking up people a lot. So, there's enough space for all of us. You just got to keep doing it every day. So my biggest thing is like for the past 6 months, even though you haven't seen me on social, it's like every single day I'm mentally doing something and physically actually doing something to create, because you're either creating or consuming.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I've been writing music. So the moment I get the studio and get back into my space where I can do that and make more stuff, it's going to be nonstop.
This podcast is an example of chipping away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do you know how many roadblocks I've hit just trying to record, post,
we hit
clip.
A roadblock the other day on the first one,
I mean, it's a huge learning curve, but you know what? At the end of the day, when I'm up, when I'm up at 10, 11 o'clock at night, looking at a podcast that I did or a clip that I was recording for my business,
you'd be proud of it.
I'm proud of it. And then I post it, and it might not seem like a lot, and you guys might see it, and I appreciate it. You guys may like it, might not like it, but that to me is like, great, I got 60 views. That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's like you're chipping away at the goal, because it's like actions lead and numbers and money follow. I think that, honestly, part of me getting off social media too was an experiment, because it started feeling like a job to me, because naturally I'm not the type to stop what I'm doing and be like, wait, let me get this on video so I can show the world. Like, that's not who I am. And the people that I hang around aren't those types of people either. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it just kind of became a little bit of a job. And then like, when you're going through so much, it felt inauthentic to just like, I wasn't trying to flood social media with like my personal issues.
Right.
So it feels inauthentic to just keep talking about music when like my son's in the hospital dying. Like it just, so it was like an experiment. And then on top of that, I wanted to see what kind of people who really stuck with you. You know what I'm saying? After going through something so traumatic, it really taught me like, you can't be there for everybody, and everybody can't be there for you.
Mm-hmm.
But there are people there, and you gotta like recognize that effort, because there are people that care about you and stuff. So it's like,
I think everybody has a good heart. I mean, at their core, and they all can care for you. But you only give so much, and they only give so much, and only people that get the most are the closest people to you.
Yeah.
So I mean, you have to cherish that because that means you've given them, a lot as well. So
And I think social media messes that up to an extent because some people end up giving their efforts towards that opposed to enjoying what's in front of them.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah,
like, I know people that are within arm's reach of me, and I don't like these characteristics about them, but,
hmm
that's besides the point. But I've noticed, like, their mentality isn't for them. It's like, oh, I got to do this, and then they're checking on the views, they're checking on the likes, they're checking on who's
yeah,
viewing their story. I'm like, what the fuck? You just posted, you done watched the video that you done made 38, 40 times in the past 5 seconds. Like,
yeah.
what? We just did so much more. You just missed so much more of life right now,
Right,
just
right.
locked in here. So it's like, it's been eye opening to see how the world works,
hmm
just being off of social media because it's kind of interesting. Like the information still gets to you,
hmm
no matter what. You know what I mean? So
I did some posts on Instagram,
hmm
and it was kind of like a test also, and it was like, let's see if I can get 10, 20, 30,000 views
yeah.
on certain posts, and let's see what it does to my page, and also let's see if I can go from 1,000 profile visits a month
hmm
to like 3 or 5 or 10, and see what that does to my page.
hmm
And in that test, dude, I had like probably like 20 or 30 posts that hit like 70, 80,000 views.
hmm
And I had like 4 or 5 that hit like 250,000 views.
Okay.
Got like 2 followers. I'm like, dude, how does 200,000 people look at my page?
And see, that's where to me the disconnect came. Like I realized right away that Instagram is a business and they're fighting for your
Yeah,
attention. So the
right.
things that you got to do become inauthentic because
Yeah.
people are doing it to get paid, right?
hmm
And it's like I just got to the point where, for example, like my first album did over 500,000 streams online, which to me was a great accomplishment.
That's
You know what I'm
huge.
saying?
Have a
I
million.
didn't put no money into promotions. I didn't do anything other than just share with the world for like a year straight. And I TikTok when TikTok first came out. Like when TikTok first came out, first came out,
Yeah.
I was on that bitch. But I realized really quickly once they started changing it up, because they used to pay you with like these little like you would get like credit, and then you could exchange that credit for gift cards and stuff like that, like
Oh, okay.
Amazon gift cards and things. So that's how they originally used to pay you when it was first started, and like you had like different medals and stuff. So I was on that bitch early and messing around, and it's not that it felt inauthentic. It just got to the point where it's like I just need someone else to like film this stuff because like it's so much
Yeah.
going on. And I'm gonna say this now, like maintaining a mortgage is different than just living at your renting, living at your crib and like creating. It's like there's a
Right.
lot more that's going on. So it's just like it's just a learning curve trying to balance and juggle everything, you know?
Yeah, that's life, man. It's like we got to figure it out.
Yeah.
And as we get older and older and older, we get smarter and smarter. We hope so, at least.
Well, you got to balance and juggle that social
Yeah,
media too. That's what I
yeah,
mean cuz it's like the views. Like I know people who have 1,000 followers but have so much engagement. Like they'll post
that's
something
good.
and all 1,000 people will like their shit. You
That's
know
what
what
I
I'm saying?
want. That's what I want.
But that's not the type of um, that's not the type of model that they have set up for you. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, default.
That's what discouraged me from
hmm
the app
hmm
in general, and
Yeah,
that's why I moved over to like different things because when apps are brand new, everything is like, oh, if you're dope and it's all organic. You know what I'm saying?
right, right, right.
But now it's like I have homies who put in $100 a day for their Instagram marketing and stuff, and it's great because they get DMs and follows and this and that. But
hmm
what does it do for you on a daily basis? Like
Yeah,
like.
I've seen people that they charge.
Ooh, excuse me.
Give
There we go.
us, they'll say, give us
Oh, I'm out.
$300,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll get you 100 followers.
Bro, and all of them are fake.
And that's the thing is like
Paying for follows.
it's all these weird. You look at people's page that they have like 15,000 followers. Probably like a good chunk of them, half of them are fake accounts.
Mm-hmm.
And like click my page, and we'll get you some more crap. So it's like,
It's like
you
the only
know,
real followers are the people you've engaged with and be like, yo, follow me, or like you've given them your
yeah,
Instagram. Like those are real followers, and I'm
yeah.
sure that but it's like I don't think people understand you don't need that to be successful. It's a great tool. Don't get it twisted.
I have
It's
a
a
question.
it's an awesome tool, but what's up? That's why I'm gonna get back on it because it's a great tool. But you don't need
I have
it.
a question.
That
I
was
have a
my.
question.
I have an answer.
What you know about Diddy?
I don't know, bro. I don't know nothing about Diddy. He might have just
Thought
slapped
you
my
got
mom.
invited
My
to the Diddy
bad.
party.
Never
Dude,
that,
really,
bro.
really though, I don't know too much about it. Like,
Um,
all I know is he's
I
in
don't.
trouble.
I think okay. Personally, I think he's gonna kill himself, or he's. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know.
Dang,
So
bro.
I heard that Atlantic got rid of like 2,000 executives or 2,000. They had to
Because they're
let.
buying his label, no?
Well, no, Atlantic was partnered with Bad Boy,
Okay,
like or
okay,
Bad Boy partnered with Atlantic. They have affiliations.
okay,
Don't quote
okay,
me on the, you know what I'm saying, but Atlantic has partnered with Bad Boy in the past,
okay.
and I'm sure that they have ties. But Atlantic has been rumored, allegedly, to have gotten rid
Allegedly.
of allegedly, and Universal allegedly is in the process of like acquiring Atlantic or something like that. That's what I heard. I don't know if this is all true, but it all makes sense, and it's just like if it's true, I just don't understand. I don't.
Why? Why do that though?
No, I don't think people
Get
understand
it?
that there are freaky motherfuckers out there. Like my homie just told me a story today when we were driving. I can't even repeat this because there's some people that are in this story that I know, and it breaks my heart because I'm like, what is going on? Like how did this just slide for like 13 years? Like nobody said nothing. Like,
Wow.
but there's just I don't know. I just think that once you get to a certain point,
Yeah.
especially it depends how you view relationships and like sexual connections, honestly.
Yeah.
Because some people grow up, and my brother and I had a good conversation about it because we were like, what the fuck is wrong with people these days? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And our theory is that like pornography became prevalent in like the 2000s, and it was obtainable. Like you can attain it as a kid. It's on the internet. It's
Yeah.
everywhere. So I think it messed up a lot of people's.
That's a good point.
It messed up a lot of people's sexual understanding of how things really work,
Yeah,
right?
because they
Like
bring in some weird stuff.
stuff, bro. Like, why do you want to be
Doing that.
damn near like
Yeah.
right? Some of these are really aggressive things that are happening, and
Yeah.
imagine a child, 15, 16, just getting into their like sexual thoughts and stuff, and they're being flooded with, oh, that's what's attractive and that's what girls want. It's like
Right.
girls don't
Right.
want that. Well,
Yeah.
maybe some do, but that's
Yeah.
the problem. Girls grow up and they're like, do I want this? Do I not? And now you're in a
I
party
don't
where
know, man. I
you're
heard some weird stuff. He was saying some weird stuff. I can't even say it, but
1,000 bottles of baby oil though. Like that's a
Woo.
lot of lube, bro.
Yo,
That's a
bro.
lot. I don't know. I'm not messing with it. Promise.
I mean, everybody's in it. It's like Bieber, even your boy LeBron.
My boy, I'm not a LeBron fan, bro. I'm a Kobe fan.
I know, but
And it breaks my
I'm
heart
saying
because Kobe's probably been to a Diddy party. I mean, I'm not speaking
man.
ill will on
Ashton
his name.
Kutcher was
But
there. I seen a picture of him there.
here's the thing: the point, the best point that's been made is this: if you are in the industry and Diddy is not your friend, right? Like you just don't know who this, like you've never met him. You know who Diddy is, right? Say like you became a famous podcaster tomorrow, and some marketing Revolt TV hit you up and was like, "Let's do a podcast together."
Yeah,
And you're like, "Fuck yeah, like
let's do it.
let's do it, run it, right?" And like Diddy's at because Diddy owns Revolt or whatever, right? So it's like imagine like and then Diddy's chilling, like
And I'm like, bro, that's
well,
Diddy.
and he's just like, "Oh, what y'all doing?" And you're like, "Oh, got a dope
Trying to
podcast.
chill.
He's got a dope podcast."
Not
Da
no
da da
more.
da. Like he's like, "Oh, for sure, come to my after party."
And you feel special,
and
like,
he hit
dude,
you
I'm
with the
getting,
can't
I got
stop, won't
invited.
stop. He like, yeah, can't stop. And then he's like, come to the after party. And you're like, first of all, I done drove all the way out here. I'm not trying to leave right away for sure. Like, traffic's bad. This is the LA mentality. Traffic's
Yeah.
bad. Like, I got to kill 3 hours. So,
I
all
gotta
right,
stay.
whatever. I'll pull up. So, you pull up to this party because it's what is Diddy. Like, why wouldn't you go at this point, right?
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you see all these celebrities there and shit like that. That's the shitty part is I think a lot of people got fucked in this and not realize like I didn't even mean it like that.
Yeah.
I meant like fucked up in the whole situation.
No
like
Diddy.
yeah, like just on accident. And
Yeah,
then
on accident.
yeah, and then here's another perspective that I heard the other day, and I didn't even think of this, but I heard that they were sprinkling ketamine in champagne,
Oh no.
so it would make people like more susceptible to things. But what he was doing was putting underage women on people, like, and
Blackmail.
and that's what it is. I was thinking it was other. I didn't even realize that was a.
So he was building a library of blackmail crap.
I don't know, man, but that's what somebody was saying. One of the videos I was watching by someone who'd been talking a lot about Diddy was saying like people aren't thinking about that. People are talking about like his prostitution ring or whatever, like
Yeah.
this, that, and the third. But the blackmail extends more beyond that. It's more so
Yeah,
like
you leverage people,
yeah,
man.
it's like you have 15-year-old girls that are on you, and it's bad. It's bad. I heard it's bad, and it's like Jeffrey Epstein. If he's anything like this, we should.
Dude, so many people are gonna go down.
Bro, there's already 3 documentaries out. This shit's done. This shit is over. This
Shout
shit
out
is
to
done.
50.
50
He's been writing
Cent.
this for 3 years. Oh,
We gotta get him on
man.
the podcast if possible. If you got 50 Cent on the podcast, that'd be crazy.
I'm gonna get him and
Manny, man.
Mayweather on there.
No, that'd be dope. One day we
Yeah.
gotta get the light back here and shit. With the name of the podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. To come, y'all. To come.
Dude, I seen the video with Diddy beating the heck out of his girl.
Oh yeah, the cat. That one.
What the
That was no
heck,
bueno.
bro?
That was no bueno.
It's like,
the
gosh.
worst part is that it came out after they settled in court, so it's like he got caught anyways.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think I believe in God. I think the truth will always come out,
Yeah.
no matter what. Like this, and then that's what I meant earlier by like the scales. We just got to tip it in the right favor. Like if everybody does more good than bad, and everybody is more understanding than judgmental, and if everybody's more adaptive than stuck and complacent, like I think things will get better. You know what I mean? And like I'm sure there's a lot that we don't know, especially in that world. But
So much, dude.
it's just like
It kind of reminds me of that whole like what is that? What was it called when the pizza thing where they were drinking?
Pizzagate?
Yeah, where they're drinking kids' blood.
yeah,
You know, all the politicians
yeah.
and all
No,
the
that's
higher
true,
ups.
though. That's true.
I've done some research on it. It seems like there's a lot of wow.
There's a lot of crazy theories out there, and I think that I want to meet Joe Rogan one day. That's just a side note because I
Joe Rogan,
really
yeah.
do like. I've always been a conspiracy dude ever since I was a kid. Like, you know, like Rihanna with the devil worship, like the whole like Jay-Z, the Illuminati, like all that stuff. 9/11 was like all that
Dude,
stuff.
yes,
bro.
I can
All
get
that
lost
stuff.
on that stuff.
And I
Bermuda
really
Triangle.
yeah, bro. Like the what is it? The Bohemian Grove, like everything, bro. And it's just like I definitely could make an argument. Like think about look at the Trump thing with the Simpsons, like everything. So it's like
Simpsons is crazy.
I just think that the truth will always come out, and it's just you can't hide it, no matter what. So
Yeah.
I'm waiting on Diddy's bounce back video. Like, oh, this is why I became a sexual molester. Like, you know how the Menendez brothers are doing
Dude,
it?
I'm trying to watch that.
Bro, you haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it. Is it good?
I think it's great, but I think people are forgetting. They murdered people. Like, you could feel bad for them all you want, but you can't go murder people.
Yeah.
Go like there's just you
Yeah.
can't like yes, it sucks that you were getting yes, it sucks that you were and yes, it sucks that you felt that you had to murder out of fear for your life. But
Yeah.
you know that's against the law. Like
Yeah.
so I have no and I've been done wrong by the law before. So like I have no sympathy for
Yeah.
them, but I am empathetic and understanding of like what the angle is.
Right.
I get it. Like I understand why this story needs to come out. I understand why they need to be heard, but they're gonna be in jail for the rest of their life. Like they deserve it,
guys are done. They're cooked.
Yeah, my boy has the Mark Jackson basketball card with the Menendez brothers in the
Nah.
background. Yeah, we got it graded by PSA if you guys wanna. Like I said, fuck with the stream. We got we got a lot of stuff.
Hey, have you seen that one Aaron Hernandez on Netflix?
Yeah, that was crazy, bro.
Are you on it or have you finished
I finished it.
It's like what episode is on? It's not it's like coming out weekly.
Oh, it's new?
yeah, Aaron Hernandez.
But I thought it was the old one. Did you see the old documentary on it?
No, I didn't know they had an old one. They have a new one where it's not a documentary. I apologize. It's like it's just like a series.
Okay.
So like you can
And
watch.
it just came out
Yeah, it's like on what episode is it? Episode 5 right now.
on Netflix.
On Netflix. What is it? Hulu.
I was about to say, because Netflix, I don't think they do live.
I don't know what they do. No, it's like a series. Like episode
Yeah,
1.
but I'm saying Hulu releases it weekly. Like Netflix just drops it all at once.
Oh, for real? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so
man,
Hulu.
this guy,
That I don't know. I don't watch that much TV,
this guy. No, I'm just kidding.
but I've been watching that one.
Yeah, I want to see that. I'll probably tune into that later.
I
Or
didn't
like
know.
this week or
I mean, it
something.
could be wrong, but bro, the whole thing is like he's gay,
Yeah,
and like he's more gay,
I mean, he's probably at Diddy parties.
and then he's
Rest in
even
peace,
more
man.
gay.
Like,
I'm
yeah.
like, I never knew this about that guy. I just thought he was some angry like Mexican guy that just, you know.
I think that's one thing that we miss. There's just, you can't judge a book by its cover, man.
Yeah.
Like, there's some finesse dudes out there. Like, I had a homie who didn't come out the closet till in college, and I didn't believe him when he came out the closet. I was like, nope, I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Like, stop messing with me, bro. It's 2012. Like, this shit is still too fresh. I don't believe you, bro.
Yeah.
If it was 2023, I believe you, but it was 2012. It was 2012. I didn't believe him.
Yeah.
Then he showed me text messages, and I was like, get that shit on my face.
Oh.
Get that shit on my face.
Dude, I have a buddy like that too.
And it breaks my heart because it's like I would have loved you as a homie from the jump. Like, I feel bad that you had to hide that and stuff like that. But it is a very, like I said, it's an interesting world because if you think about it, here's another theory I have. Like, not even a theory, it's facts. A lot of minority were raised by single parents.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. If you're in a single household, the sexuality dynamic can very much be off.
Yeah.
Like, my homie was raised by a single black woman, and he acts and has those types of, like, it's just, you got to look at the bigger picture. I think people,
I have a buddy that was raised. He had his dad there, but his dad was very soft spoken. He was raised more by mom and 3 sisters. He talks like his sisters.
there it is.
But no, same thing like you're saying. I have a buddy that I knew. I was like, I think this guy's gay, but he didn't tell people until he was like late 20s, early 30s. And when he told me, man, it kind of hurt me because he was like, dude, I didn't want to tell you out of everybody because I thought you were going to talk smack. And I was like, dude, like, nah, man, like, you should be comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah, of course.
And, like, you shouldn't be. I mean, that made me think twice about the way I talk and the way I associate with my friends. But, yeah, man, like, I'm going to love you no matter what. You know what I mean? Like, we're buddies. But, yeah, he had to hide that thing for a while. But, he's out, he's happy, and he's doing his thing,
Hey, and that's,
shout out to him.
It's sad to see, like, how Aaron Hernandez had to go through. Like, that's, but I mean, once again, like, it's deeper than that. Like, his murder is separate from that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so, but you got to watch the Menendez brothers.
I'm going to watch that. I'm going to have to watch that.
I think there's, like, 2 things. There's, like, the series, because you've seen Dahmer, and, like, it's the same person.
You know what?
It's too much, huh?
No, dude, it's just, I don't watch a lot of TV. Like,
yeah.
I just feel like I'm wasting a lot of time when I watch TV.
Hey, I'm 100% with you, bro.
I'd rather be on my phone, like, editing the
yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm doing this is because it's like I need to get out of whatever I'm doing. I need to be back on track.
Yeah. Sometimes being complacent. Yeah, complacency is the devil's syndicate. You know what I mean? So it's like I just think.
But I do like watching me a little TV here and there.
Yeah,
so,
a little TV.
You know
like, I like to fall asleep to the TV.
You know what? Last night I was like, I'm going to put on the Book of Mark chapter 1.
He said the Book of Mark chapter 1.
Put it on YouTube.
Hey, I used to do that, bro.
Hey, 3 minutes later, I was done. And if you put on an Aaron Hernandez, I would have been up to probably 2-3 episodes. That's the thing is you can't. My mom's the worst. I know she tells me she goes to bed at 10, but she actually goes to bed at 2 because she's like,
she laid down at 10.
One more episode. Yeah. I'm like, Mom, turn it off.
I honestly look at like this past year. That's the only benefit of like moving out is I feel like I've caught up on sleep. Like I literally don't think y'all understand. I would literally have to see like, all right, how long have I been awake for? All right, scientifically, I should probably go to sleep. Like that's how I was thinking. I was like, all right, I've done like 3 songs. I've eaten 1 time in 36 hours. I probably should rest. Like I haven't slept.
That's a diet I should get on.
I mean, honestly, if you're trying to lose weight, I tell people just starve yourself or work
Just
hard. Starve yourself and work hard. Stop thinking about food and like you should. If you're working all the time, you don't have time to eat. So. But that's not the healthy way to do it. Because when I was working a corporate job, like I had 1 meal a day and I got down to like 138 pounds, bro. Ooh. That's like female weight, bro.
Bro.
You know what I mean? So I was like 138 and like skin and bone. You know what I mean? But I was making a lot of money and then got sick, and then that's when I realized I was like, damn, life got this balance thing associated with it. You
Hey,
know?
you said 138. That's almost 140. You said that's female weight. Dude, I remember when I was like 23, 24, girls they'll be like, I'm fat. I'm 115. I think girls have gotten like muscular and thicker.
Yeah, they've been hitting the gym.
They've been
Look
hitting
into
the
the
gym.
social media.
Yes, they got those
It's the
glutes.
social media. There's positives to it, you know. But I will say that ultimately, it contributes to her sadness too. You know, like,
Yeah, that's true.
oh, it's
That's
not
true.
big enough. My butt not nice. Like,
Well, then they compare. They think they gotta
That's-
have that big old thing like that.
that's
girl
the
on the IG.
society that we. I'm very excited to see where society goes in the next 10 years. I'm scared.
Dude,
I'm nervous, but
I'm scared.
I'm excited. I'm excited in the way that it's like women are thinking a lot more like men in some aspects, and I feel like if we can meet, and men are thinking a lot more like women.
What's
in
up
some
with men
aspects.
wearing bags? You don't tell
What's
me you
up
got a
with
bag
men?
on.
No, I don't have. Actually, I have my front bag. I be wearing my front bag,
What's
but
up
I've
with
been doing that
girls
for like
wearing
5 years.
What's up with guys wearing bags?
I have a satchel.
It's just a fashion thing.
Yeah, honestly replaced my what's that shit called? Fanny pack. I used to rock a
You used
fanny
to
pack.
have a fanny pack?
Yeah, bro, in like
I gotta go.
2009.
I gotta go.
It was fresh than a motherfucker. But
I never been a fanny pack guy. Actually, I lied. When I was rolling in the dough, when I was like 13, 14, making my soda sales.
yeah, you had the fanny pack.
Man, I had a
That was
fanny
your cash
pack. I had
register.
all my money in the front. I was like, yeah, I got a 5. I got 1s right here. Bam, bam, bam.
Yep. See.
So I guess, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I can't get behind the guys painting their nails thing.
Ooh,
Have you seen it?
I seen people do like black nails.
Nah, dudes are painting their nails now. Like it's full on. It's full on.
Huh.
We're in an era, bro, where it's like
People confused.
I think back in the day, you know how it was cool to do things against the grain?
Yeah.
I fear that right now,
Girls want to be guys. Guys want to be girls.
I feel like people are using it to like the wrong angle. Like
Yeah.
don't like God made you this way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
we can get in a whole other argument.
There's
about
plenty
that.
of things you could decide that you want to do in life. That's just not one of them. I don't know.
That's just not one of them.
But once again, I know there's scenarios and special situations, so I'm not being, I'm not trying to be offensive. But
I think at the end of the day, there's just way too many people to try to, have an argument or whatever. It's like you're going to lose every time.
not just that, but look, can y'all just focus on making the world a better place and not that? Like, if y'all was focused really, if we all focus on just making the world a better place, I don't think we'd stress about, like,
Everything else.
I don't think I'd have time to think about, like, I wasn't made this way. Like, I'm doing all this other stuff that's like, so it's just we're in a selfish world. Everybody want to matter.
That's the thing, man, is everybody thinks they're him. I'm him.
And people need to realize it's okay not to be. You will be when you put in the work. Like, you
Yeah.
will be if you don't quit. You will be.
That's fine if you are. You don't need to scream it in my face.
Yeah. That
And-
too. That too.
I'm him.
Yeah,
Whoa, bro. Get
You're
back.
him when you realize you're him when you realize internal happiness. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
That's
like just
that's when it really matters.
Relax, relax,
Basically.
man. Relax.
Yeah.
So,
Who's next on the podcast?
I got my good buddy Esteban from high school.
What, have I met him yet?
I don't
Have I met
know.
Esteban?
I don't think you have.
Not yet.
Nah, he doesn't come around too often. He's happily married, and his wife, she don't like
How
me.
much you paying you to say?
So she don't let him come over here and visit me, but like once in the blue moon.
I feel you.
But
So
hey.
is it gonna be a Tuesday thing? When's
He's gonna be here on Wednesday.
like tomorrow?
Next week, Wednesday.
Oh, next week. Okay.
Yeah, he'll be here I think at 7. He lives up there off the 60 and the 15. So he's kind of right by where you're at.
Okay.
So yeah,
No, for sure, man.
he's excited.
Mm-hmm.
He's never been on a podcast with me here, but he's getting nervous, and he's like, "What are we gonna talk about? What are we gonna do?"
He was like, "Man, the first 10 don't
and
matter.
it's
We
like-
just running it.
Yeah, we just
running
walk
it.
into it easy. So, it's gonna be fun. He's gonna enjoy it. And then my buddy that I was on the phone with just a minute ago, he's another broker friend of mine from the real estate world, and man, that guy never picks up my call either. And he's a cool dude, but his wife don't like me.
Man, that's 2. What's going on?
So, He only comes over once in a blue moon or replies to my text
Said,
messages
wife
once in a
don't
blue
like
moon.
me.
But
Wife don't like
he
me.
was calling me because he wants to jump on the podcast too. We've been talking about it, so he might be a couple weeks out.
Okay.
But
We gotta book another one in too, because when I have the project done, I'll show you. Like we
well,
make a couple
we got to
songs and
get you
stuff
like
regularly.
you
On
might
here.
want to skip next week, but get you on the week after that.
Yeah, we can figure something out.
Or if you want to come next week, we could do another one next week.
We can do like a little update and see what's popping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think actually I have a event to go to on the 26th for the homie, and then like I said, I think this weekend there's like a photo shoot. I got like an underwater photo shoot going. Like I
That's
got some
cool.
cool little
Oh,
stuff.
you're doing the couple stuff.
Yeah, she got something lined up, so we about to do
How
something.
cute.
Man. Hey, don't get it twisted. I didn't schedule
Man.
this.
I thought you were a hardcore like rapper, but now you like doing couples, underwater, mermaid pictures and
I
stuff.
don't even know what to say to that. I don't even know what to say.
Because
to
it's
that.
facts.
I was trying to make an album cover underwater.
Hey, but you know what?
actually.
No,
I was
you're
trying to
gonna- you're gonna
multi-purpose
do
the
it.
event,
You're
you know.
gonna do
But
it. You're gonna do it.
no, it'll be cool because like I said, balance, and
Yeah.
she's held it down too, throughout a lot of this other stuff. So it's like I haven't been able to mentally allocate
Yeah.
any time towards little couples thing. Like that's not on my
Yeah,
radar
yeah,
right now. Like
yeah.
I'm not in that mode. So
I have a question.
it's the least I could do for her.
What do you rate your communication? Like, are you a good communicator? Are you a not good communicator?
Ooh, that's a really good fucking question. I personally think
We need to call her.
no. I think I'm a great communicator when I'm not emotionally distraught at something. For example, like if you're mad at if a girl is mad at something she shouldn't be mad at, and I'm getting disrespected, it's very hard for me to communicate.
No, but how about like on a normal day?
Oh, great.
Saturday morning.
Great.
You're
I don't
gonna-
say much. I be doing my own shit.
I don't say
Yeah, I
much.
don't say much. I be like, good morning, cool.
Good morning.
I'm off to my own shit. Like, what's going on? I'm on my streams. I'm checking in my business
Do
stuff. I'm
you
looking
text
at
her
emails.
every hour, update what you're doing?
No. Like
So
literally,
you're a bad communicator.
literally, hold on, no. And I don't mean that like that, but there's no need to. Like, if for example,
Oh yes, there is.
for example, like she's tattooing, so for the next 8 hours, I don't need to hear from her. Like, let me know if you need anything after you're done, whatever. Like, I'm doing a podcast. I told her I'm gonna be busy from 5 o'clock till the middle of the night, probably like midnight. By the time I get home and all that other stuff. So it's like, I don't have. If you're asking if I have a high school relationship, no.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It's one
You
of those
got these little
things-
hooks, man. That's a
is-
good one too.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having a high school relationship. I think even when you're 40 and you fall in love, you probably have that little honeymoon phase that, 50 and fall. Like, I've seen old people like that are 70 and 80 all over each other. I just think there's a time and a place.
Yeah. I like that.
And it's like right now, I don't have the mental breadth and bandwidth to like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a bad way. I think that like when you have a teammate, there just has to be mutual understanding. It's like I've communicated that much to her, so that's why she's probably, still supporting and everything like that as far as like my vision and lets me do what I want to do. And
why don't you shout out your girl?
making me look bad.
Come on.
Shout out Genuine Feels. If you need tattoos, get tatted. Holla at her. Genuine Feels. You know how to spell genuine. Feels with a Z and an underscore at the end. I don't know if you can put the little like name right here.
We could do that.
But yeah, she's super fire. Like she does really detailed work, I think. And that's like with her, like I did my best to motivate and inspire her to start something, because with me doing what I was doing, I wanted to have a grinder on my team as far as like someone who's can get in line with that mentality and also is a creative person and also lets me do me. Like I was in a, like I've dated many different girls and like they all have similar characteristics, but they all have different personalities.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I don't know. Being in a relationship is like a weird thing for me, but I love her to death. She's like a best friend. You know what I mean? She's like a best friend, and I think that it's my own personal trauma from my past relationships too. So like, not to discredit, relationships, but it's like I'm going through my own recovery process, and I think relationships can hold a person back almost all the time, especially if you're really driven and ambitious. It's like you have to. Like to expect that from your partner is not fair, first of all. Like, you know what I mean? For you can't expect your partner to want to chase the world and go obtain every dream that they never thought they could obtain, and then put up with your shit on the way there. Because you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's not a pretty path. You know what I
No,
mean.
not at all.
It's like to become, and you started your own business, and I'm sure, like you said, it started. There was bright times, there was sunny days, there was really gloomy days, and it's
Right,
like,
right.
but giving up never crossed your mind, right? It's just one of those things where it's like, if I just keep at it and
I think what you're saying is really accurate. Is the whole part of having somebody on your team as well, another grinder,
yeah,
same mindset, ability to motivate you, empower you, push you in the right direction. Because a lot of like the really successful people, like Grant Cardone, people at that level, on some of their interviews, they also talk about I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my wife. You know what I mean? And I don't really believe that that's the little. Let me cheer my wife on too, because you see them in the background, and they also have very big businesses. They're very strong, motivated women. So if you got that in your corner, you're good, man.
exactly. And the biggest thing I learned from my divorce is you have to find a girl that lets you be yourself.
Yeah,
That's the biggest thing. Like all the other stuff can like if you have a girl that tries to control you or a girl that tries to manipulate and emotionally like just petty, this like that's toxic. So like when you were asking me earlier, like, are you toxic? I'm like, no, like that's toxic. You
yeah,
know
it's
what I mean?
toxic. Yeah,
I could be toxic for fun, like, like, but
yeah.
but not like that type of toxic, if that makes sense. And it's
I'm
just
gonna
like
have to get your girl on here and see her side.
you can,
Cause you know
but
what,
this
you
ain't Jerry
sounding real.
Springer.
Hey, you're
This
sounding
ain't
real.
Maury.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
I mean, why else
We
would she
get
be?
we
Why else would she
hey,
fuck with me?
we get her on here. She'll
I'm
be
fire,
like,
bro. I'm
I'm
fire.
fire. There you
Bitches
go.
love me. Bitches love me, bro. I'm fire. But
That's
no,
funny.
but I will say this: like, it took me a while to. She'll even say it. I don't look at like I don't want to be in a relationship. I think relationships, especially given what I'm trying to do for a living, and especially given that she's an entrepreneur and trying to like, the last thing I want, for example, is her to say she gets a client that's like, hey, like I got this home call. Can you come tap me for like 16 hours? Or, like sometimes tattoos take a long time. Like the last thing I need her to do is think after hour 8, like, oh my God, I got to hurry. Or like, I got to get back to BJ. He's going to like, no, that's what's going to keep you from getting to the next level. Like, if we're recording one night at the studio and I'm like, fuck, it's getting like till like 2 o'clock and we about to make a hit and I'm thinking about getting home because I got like, that's toxic. I don't want none of that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I just want to be able to move how I want to move, when I want to move, no issues.
Yeah.
I think that
Yeah, I
life
hear
is
you.
too short for it.
I hear
Life
you.
is too short for that.
I hear you, man. I think you got the right partner in your corner. You got the right mindset moving forward, and I think everything's
And if
just
the
gonna
shit's bigger
fall
than
in
the
place.
cat, yeah, hear me out. If the shit's bigger than the cat, get rid of the cat. So I've had I've
Sheesh.
had those conversations many times. So it's like, I think like the last thing I'll say is I don't want to lose. Like I value the time that I put into relationships, friendships. Like I feel like I go out of my way to like hit people up, make sure they're okay. Like even with everything I was going through, like I was hitting up the homie, making sure he was good. Like
Yeah.
so. But that comes with maturity and just understanding like people are different.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, like finding a partner and not even that. Like see that sounds off to me. Like
Yeah.
I think it's more like if things fall into place and if everything aligns, then run with it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You don't want to
Yeah.
lose that time because how many people got exes that they spent a lot of good quality time with, but you don't talk to them no more? And it's like,
Yeah.
imagine if you could somehow like have a mature professional friendship and still like I don't know. I
Yeah.
guess
I see where you're going with that. I see where
yeah,
you're going
because
with
like I
that.
lost a lot of like 5-year relationships. That's like, dude, I put a lot of time into this person.
Yeah.
See nothing. That's no return on your investment.
I like that. I like that you're taking it slow because
Yeah.
that's what you're doing. You're taking
Yeah,
it
like I
slow.
don't plan on getting married anytime
People that
soon.
rush, dude, I don't get that.
None
People
of
that
that.
they rush into it, like you'll see them with the one dude on March. I'm in love. I love him.
Yeah, and then they
I
posted
apple
more
of my
stuff to try
eye.
to make this dude jealous in the next month, and it's
And
like,
then,
the fuck?
like June, July, there's another guy. I'm like, what happened to the apple of your eye? What happened to the love of your life? And then,
Yeah,
I see that 4 or 5 times on girls. I'm like, what the
and
heck?
it's crazy, bro. It's
It's like
absolutely
just slow
crazy.
down, relax. You don't need to rush into anything.
Yeah,
But
and plus, like she's like I said, the biggest thing is like this past year with like the child was not with. It's just a long, you know what I'm saying? It
yeah, yeah,
wasn't. It
yeah.
was a side, a mistake, and it shouldn't have happened. So it's like her being able to hold it down through all of that shows me a lot too about how much she cares about me. Because that's not easy. Like, I would have left the motherfucker. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
if she like, so
yeah,
I get it. Like, and I understand how much, and I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Like, I do value that. So it's like the last thing I'm gonna do is just let this all crumble.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
I definitely it'll always be something dope.
yeah.
That's how I look at it. Like
That's
the
cool.
least I can do is we can always be dope together and be like successful together.
You like a
You know
Bob
what I mean?
Marley right now.
I'm like a Bob Marley. Just positive,
Yeah,
positivity, bro. You
positive,
just gotta be
man.
positive.
Easy breezy, you know.
Well,
So
cause that's where all the problems come from, the insecurities and
yeah,
negative. But other than that, man, chilling, just chilling. Relationships, focus more on yourself. You know.
dude, I think you got a lot of work to do
Yeah,
in a positive way.
I do. I do.
And I think that you're gonna knock it all out the park. I think we're gonna have you on here many more times to come, and we're gonna see this progress. You know what I mean?
Bro, we got to get it so I
everything.
can show the videos if that's possible. Like, so when I'm like, I'll drop the music videos here first or something like that.
Yeah,
And then you can play them or something.
we'll just put it right here on the TV. Bam.
Or we could find a way to like
You could
transfer,
we could
like, so
chip it in.
like
We could chip it
somehow
in. We
like
could
put
chip
it
it in.
or something like that. Yeah. Yeah,
So,
man,
I
we
mean,
do something dope. Get you some merch. Yeah,
Get you some
I'm still
merch.
doing merch and stuff. So that's another thing too. It's like, yeah, you can make money and just
He's
do
doing
it
a lot. He's doing a
you
lot.
can make money and just do it quietly. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
you don't have to, you know what I mean? Just you got to find what fits you, find the equation and just work on that equation. Just stick to it, you know?
Hey man, I want to say thank you for coming to the podcast.
Bro, thank you.
It was another great time with you.
I know we was fighting
And,
the itis probably a little bit. This man fixed me dinner tonight. Pause. Well, and his
You know what?
partner.
You know what?
It
At the
was
end of the
amazing.
day, it's like you were saying earlier, like making my bubble better. You know what I mean? I could just have you come in here and just do a podcast and kick you out.
Whoa, dang! Just
you
hit it
know,
and quit it. Just boop boop
I
out.
could have did you, but you know, it's cool to break bread
Yeah,
with people.
of course.
Sit down, chit chat for a few minutes.
Bro, that means a
So,
lot
you
to me
know,
because I'll tell you this much. I literally am that person all the time to my homies. So for someone to do it for me,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I got like
There it
the,
is.
you
There
know,
it is.
the big bro.
And
So
you know, it's always good to break some bread with you and have some ribs.
man,
You
the
know what I
bone
mean?
fell right out the man. Bone fell right out the meat.
I'm
No
gonna have
diddy.
some more right now. Whoa.
That's the worst part is everything is like you
Everything's
can't say
diddy,
anything
man.
anymore, bro. Like I was on
No
the
diddy.
stream and people was like, "Man, rip the pack clean." No diddy.
No
Like
diddy.
man, did it, man. It's just
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
So, hey, but I wish the best for him and his family. Like aside from the bullshit, you know.
Yeah,
Hope
I
the
mean,
best, man. I wish the best for everybody involved. So
it's out of our hands. We're not the judge.
exactly. Well, what I care about is this. So I'm proud that you had me on the podcast again. I thank you. You know, this is what
Hopefully the video comes through this time.
I know, man. This is the biggest thing is like I was telling you, this is the first time I've stepped out and got back on and done some public content. Everything else has been like music videos and with my team and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. You know what I mean?
No
so,
diddy.
Hey, never that. All Kendrick, man.
All Kendrick.
Shout out Kendrick. Yeah,
Hey.
man. I can't wait for the next one.
Hey, the next one's gonna be real soon. We're gonna have next week. We're gonna have my good buddy Esteban Tejeda on. That's gonna be an interesting segment. And the week after that, we're gonna have my real estate broker colleague Adavi Broden on, and that's gonna be very informative.
Fire.
But we got to get my boy back on here.
Yeah, we got music, real estate, business, all sorts of stuff on this thing.
And we want to say thank you guys for tuning in, for you guys giving us a little bit of your time. We do
Yeah.
appreciate it. If you guys like what you see, if you don't like what you see, you still hit that subscribe button, like, share it,
Yeah,
post it everywhere.
Drop your comments, any questions. We'd love to hear from y'all, man.
Cool.
Really appreciate you. Make sure you follow Fishal Simms, Official Family.
There you go.
What's your?
What else you got? What else you have? I know you got a couple more.
I mean, we don't need to talk about them right now. Let's just focus, you know, because like I said, I've been so focused on getting each one squared away. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't worry, just worry about the official
go.
Family, Official Simms. You know, that's it. So you'll see a lot of it. It's gonna be a lot.
And you guys know you can find me at Camou Associates on all platforms. So let's get it.
Come cop a crib.
Let's get it. Thank you guys.
Love.